Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori Brown here.
One of the questions that we get asked a lot about driving in Mexico is it safe? Is it safe to drive in Mexico? Well, a lot of times when you're driving it depends on what state you're driving in, but you'll see these federales, the police department, and they're dressed up in black mask on their face. They're wearing, bulletproof vest and a lot of armor on them. And we always say, when we see them, you may see a whole pickup truck load of them, or 2 or 3 of them, gathered together. We always say, those are the good guys. They're protecting us. So we haven't found any problem with driving in Mexico, and it is safe. And so I wouldn't worry about driving here. On this video, we're going to show you how we're going to cross the border going from Mexico into Texas, Laredo, Texas. We have some concerns about crossing the border because we've heard some stories that it's a little complicated, and we're going about 1,200 miles. We're driving through Mexico out to Laredo, Texas. And what I thought I'd do is I'd put together a video here on what it's like to drive on the roads in Mexico. And so what I want to show you where we're at here in Mexico. Here's the United States up here, and this is all of Mexico. So if you come down the Pacific coast, down like this, in this area here, we have Mazatlan, we have Puerto Vallarta. You come straight over, and this is Guadalajara. Now, if you come south, 40 miles, this blue area is Lake Chapala, and that is where we're at right now. Now, we're going to leave Lake Chapala, Guadalajara area, and we're going to go up to Laredo, Texas. And that's going to be like this. I'm going to come up here like this. And this will be Laredo, Texas up in here. And that's when you're driving here, especially in long distances, you actually don't see any police. They're not patrolling like you have, highway patrol and stuff like that. So you don't really have to worry about speeding. And like I say, we average about 70 miles an hour. Well, I wouldn't say average, but anywhere from 55 miles an hour to 70 miles an hour. But other people are passing us, and they're going like 90 miles an hour. And so doesn't seem to be a problem with worried about getting a ticket. But I always recommend drive safely and stay with a speed that you feel comfortable with. One of the other things that we are accustomed to in the States is when you go around a turn, it'll post how fast you should go around that turn. But here in Mexico, they don't do that. And so you have to be careful going around turns because you haven't been told that you should go, 40 miles an hour or 30 miles an hour. So it's a little adjustment, not much, but it's just a little adjustment that you need to do. Just be aware of that. We're entering a toll booth here, and these are the little stations that you have to pay to use the toll road. And you just pull up to the little window here, you give them the money that they ask for, and one of the things that's customary down here, when you get gas, you give the gas attendant a little tip. We usually give them about 5 pesos, and that seems to be customary wherever you go in Mexico. They wash the windows for you, or they check the oil, and so you just give them a little something.
Very good.
We're at the gas station here. I just want to show you a bathroom here as an example. Coming into the men's bathroom, little wash area outside here, and then as we walk in, you can see the floors. Everything is really nice. Got some urinals here, toilet. Around here, we got a handicap. Driving in the city. Okay, that's a topic in itself, and an adventure also. Hey, I mentioned earlier that we driving about 70 miles an hour on the open road. The roads are very good. But when you get in the cities, there's a lot of potholes, and they're patched, and they're patched over patch, and so you'll definitely need to slow up. And also your GPS, they have a lot of overpasses, and so the GPS cannot pick up if you want to be on the top or the bottom, and so it gets quite confusing. You know, at least with our GPS, it's not quite clear, and so a bit of the times we take the wrong road we think that we should take, and then it'll recalculate and turn us around and go back. And so city driving definitely has its own challenges. Be patient and take your time. If you need to, pull over.
Jerry and I, we've been traveling over 35 countries. So the most of the country we like it, USA and Mexico. Yeehaw! It's Mexico Tamap. So what we live in Jalisco, Guadalajara, and Lake Chapala, Ajijic.
Yeah, Lake Chapala is the largest lake in Mexico.
We have so much fun.
As we're traveling through Mexico and as we've done around the world, we're going to give you some hints and tips on traveling and some ideas of what you can do and see.
And save you money too. We're not traveling expensive, we're traveling cheap. But it's not so cheap, but it's cheap.
Yeah, traveling sometimes costs more than people think it will cost, but it's well worth the adventure, and it just helps you stay young and healthy.
That's right.
Okay, we're coming up to a junction now where we've changed our mind. We're not going to go into Laredo. We're going to go over the Columbia Bridge. We talked to some people and they say that's an easier process. So we're going to show you how we're going to do that. We're not going to go across Laredo. I think hopefully it's going to be a lot easier and a lot less frustration.
Okay.
Now coming in to the Columbia Bridge area, you got to be really careful as you pull into the entrance here. Look on the very left hand side and you're going to see a small little building. It's going to be a little concrete, it's going to look like a little storage building. Pull over to the left lane, and that's when you're going to turn in your car permit. And remember, you have to turn that in to get back your deposit that you made on your car, and if not, you cannot bring a car back into Mexico. So very important, make sure. Then the next thing is, he's not going to tell you, but you need to go then to immigration, and there's as you pass the little building on the left, you go about 50 feet and make a left, and the building for immigration is going to be like about a football field away, and you'll go in there and you'll turn in all your paperwork for immigration, and now you're clear to leave Mexico. So that's my little hints. Happy, happy, happy. We're so happy we just made it through the border crossing. And remember, we don't speak much Spanish, but they were so patient with us. And again, I highly recommend the Columbia Bridge. It's about 20 miles out of Laredo. It goes so smooth. It's worth the extra drive rather than going through Laredo and the crowdedness of Laredo. Okay, look over here behind you, Lori, and there's the Rio Grande River. So that's how they swim across to the other side. We were wondering if you could help us out. We are attempting to get more subscribers that'll help boost our YouTube channel. And if you could take the challenge with us and just sign up as a subscriber, you know it's free, and so that would help us out. We had a goal of 100. We're not quite half there yet, but we'd like more subscribers. What do you think? Do you think you could just subscribe? Remember, it is free.
That's right.
Down here in Mexico. And if you have any questions, make a comment. We're here. We can answer any questions that you have. If you need any links to anything like that, let us know. We'd love to help you out. Take advantage of us because we're living the good life here and we're doing it. So please take advantage of this and subscribe. We'd appreciate that.
Thank you.
Can you wait? Now go like this. And now go like this.
Jerry Brown Travels. Come with us on more adventures.